Report. All right. Hi, parents and the students and the friends of our Speak to Lead LLC public speaking coaching program. Today, I'm very excited to invite and welcome our new coach, Ms. Mo Hamilton. Mo has been a Toastmasters over a dozen years and also have been held in multiple leadership positions, including area district governor. And her video clip on YouTube, How to Win Table Topic, has 17,000 views. Let's play a video clip of Ms. Mo and ask Mo to talk about her public speaking experience. All right?
Excellent.
Patriotism. And I thought after my speech, you'll find out real quick what patriotism is. But you have to work with what you have, and you have to embrace the challenge, make it fun. So now you're making a response. Next, you need to use examples to support your purpose. If you talk about how you love apple pie, tell us why you love apple pie. Relate to the audience, use your experiences. When I walk into the room, it smells so good. My stomach starts moving. I can just taste it in my mouth. Take the audience with you on that journey. Use a few examples to support your purpose. And then finally, you want to summarize. You want to bring it all together.
Great. Games. That's a wonderful strategy. I'm going to ask you to do some table topic training for our students as well. Now we go back to our interview process or Q&A. Try to ask you to introduce yourself and what coaching or public speaking experience you can bring to our parents and students.
Hello, welcome. Hello, everybody. I'm very excited to be with each of you this evening to share with you a little bit about my background and expertise. As Mike has mentioned, I have an array of experience in both communications and leadership, thanks to Toastmasters International and a wonderful 19-year law enforcement experience combined together. I also have a theoretical background, and that includes all of my education. My education is fundamentally in communications and leadership. I felt it was necessary to not only practice leadership, but to apply the theoretical aspect of leadership. And when you combine those two together, you become a very powerful and effective leader. And thanks to Toastmasters, I had the playground to practice that. So it was a wonderful, wonderful experience. In the past 8 to 9 years, I've worked diligently with various organizations, helping to speech coach, provide motivational speeches to various student organizations like the Girl Scouts of the nation's capital. I've also helped with various homeschooling organizations that focus on what's known as forensics, public speaking, and public speaking debate. So I've provided a lot of volunteer time into helping our youth because I believe they are our future and they rely and need our expertise to help them have the opportunities we had while we were coming up in this world. So I feel like it's necessary that we share, that we provide, and that we help groom the future generations.
Great. Just FYI, Mo Hamilton has been a public debate coach for 80 years. For a Christian-based national organization, so helping hundreds of thousands of teenagers to improve public speaking skills. So she has a very depth knowledge and experience in that front. So you mentioned about your law enforcement background. That's very interesting. Do you think you can begin some real-time stories experience into our coaching program?
I certainly think it will be a very, very interesting point of view for your students simply because they may have never engaged with law enforcement. And I think to see someone like myself who has an array of background and experience outside of law enforcement especially, that they will probably have a different perspective and point of view because of, obviously the media depicts law enforcement in a negative perspective today. And We are one of many, so those bad apples are always in a bunch, but they do not represent the entire community of law enforcement. I'm very proud of my law enforcement career. It has really allowed me to effectively learn the needs of people. We are first responders, which means that we're here to keep the peace. We're not here to cause disruption. And so I think in a very clear and orderly fashion, I follow the rules. I do the right things for the right reasons, not because I have to, but because it's who I am. And I think sharing those expertise based on examples would be a life-changing, altering experience. You know, I had a wonderful, successful career, and it's because I learned to listen effectively, communicate effectively, and every night I went home safely. So I'm very thankful for that.
God bless you on that. This is great. I think you have demonstrated your strong capability to, in a stressful, very time-sensitive situation, you think fast, have a critical thinking skills, and react appropriately. I think our students need that because they deal with stressful situation, time crunching moment, so they need to be prepared for that. It's great. Mo, you also mentioned about leadership skills. I think, as you said, public speaking and leadership hand in hand. Given the current, I call the social media kids, they are so much spent in Facebook, Instagram, or you name it. Twitter. So how do you think leadership skills are even more critical in current situation?
That's a great question. There's so much we can discuss in this area, but I think that this is an interesting generation that we've never seen before. They were born with a computer in their hand right in front of them. And as a result, that's what they know. They even have their own language when they text message one another. So it's very little face-to-face, very little full sentences and complete communication styles that are out there. But I believe if we want our young people to be very successful in the future, they have to have a wide range of approaches in both communications and leadership. Most importantly, situational leadership seems to come to mind right away because every situation will dictate a particular way in which we choose to communicate. And so right now they're enjoying the luxuries of sitting down and going back and forth with the nonverbal, but it's important to incorporate that with the verbal so that you can have the opportunity to be an effective communicator. And one of the barriers that we face as an adults, especially with our young people, is to effectively listen. And those listening skills have a lot to do with our interactive approach with one another. So I really feel like that this opportunity that I'm offering will be huge for our young people so that they can see a different perspective from their reality. Because we are in the real world, we understand what it's like to be in careers and how to deal with a vast number of different people around the world. Globalization has certainly changed that for us. And so as a result, we need to prepare our young people for those types of challenges, most especially in communications and leadership.
Great. Coach Mo, you just spot on this. Especially this group in the Chinese community, or a lot of Asian students, they have, due to the cultural reason or family reason, confidence and leadership are our sore points. So do you think any specific thing we can help our Asian population to improve on this?
Well, one of the things that I believe we can do right away is look to inspire. You know, leadership becomes just words on a piece of paper if it's not applied. So how do we inspire our young people to get excited about leadership? And I believe I have a lot of ideas that I could bring to the table, some of which I've already shared with you, Mike, specifically on how we can make leadership exciting. Okay. And again, it's a situational opportunity because our perspective is our reality, but it's not the reality of the world. So we have to try to really, really excite our young people about learning about leadership. I tell you, the first time I took an advanced leadership course, a graduate level course at the George Washington University, I left the class so revved up and so excited that I felt like I put on prescription glasses and I could see the world differently now. I understand how the pieces connect and how things are happening the way they are because something is missing, and I can identify that. That's what we have to help our young people do. And they need to have the skills and the tools necessary to have that self-identification for themselves when they're placed in different scenarios and situations.
Very true. Self-identification, that's the thing we are struggling. Definitely need that help. All right, just the students' parents, I want to share one screen. Coach Mo Hamilton will going to lead two part of the programs. One is our foundational public speaking skills for 12 weeks. This is basic of basic. For 12 weeks, you cover all the major aspects of the speech techniques assignments. And the other program Coach Mo will help us is the leadership program. She will cover portion of the leadership skill. You just mentioned about situational leadership, how to be a good listener, how to lead a team. So Mo will bring years of experience in this arena. So just parents, stay tuned. We'll be having more announcement for our new coach to be on board. Mo, let me ask you one last question.
Sure.
Give us 3 tips for our students, what they can be a better speaker and leader. Just 3 tips.
Okay, I could try to do that really quickly. The first is to practice. You have to practice because some of the world's greatest sprinters, and we know we can name several, Bolt is one of them, you can't get to his level of success without practice. And that's why we stay in Toastmasters, so that we can consistently work on our communication skills. So definitely practice is number 1. Number 2 is to find that one thing that excites you and stay motivated by it. Not only see what is in front of you, but what the outcome can be. So they have to visualize their success and how we can incorporate what they're learning in the classroom in the real world. And then lastly, we would like them to obviously work on their communication skills with their family, with their friends. And it's different from practice. Practice is sitting alone, going over a speech, writing a speech, doing the preparation. But now we want you to take that and apply it. And so we want you to get involved, get excited about learning about other leaders, finding leaders that you would like to emulate, things that you want to imitate. What was it about this person that interests you, that excited you, that you were attracted to? And so look for those leadership skills to actually apply and try to apply those in your life. So we're not providing you just the information you need to be successful. We want you to start applying that now so that the practice makes sense and the application will give you the outcome you're looking for.
Great. I think you are so precise and concise on that. Practice through our public speaking coaching program in the Speak to Lead, and identify your things you're excited about and apply to your friends, families, bring a positive impact to them. That's great.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Coach Mo. We're excited to have you and look forward to working with you in next semester.
Excited to be here. Thank you for having me. I'm looking forward to seeing everybody.
All right. Good.